Casper, just so you should know, Sophia right now is in school
Okay.
and she's going to go back to class, but she's hiding in the bathroom of her school right now talking to you. So I mean,
This is
she's
very
taking
good.
big risks to talk to you.
I hope I can come one day to Puerto Rico and maybe play some tennis.
And here he is,
Hello.
Mr. Casper Ruud. Welcome to Chatting
Thank
with
you.
Fans, and your fans here all over the world.
Yeah, nice.
We have Mariana, who's in Mexico. We have Yasmin, who is actually not too far in Lille, which is the north of France. We have Sofia, who is in Puerto Rico, who is your fan. You're her favorite player, straight
Huh?
up. And we have Ipo, who is in Paris. And as you can tell, Ipo is not Team Casper 100% because he's wearing, but they say the friend of your friend is your friend. And since he's a big Rafa fan,
Yeah.
uh, I mean, you guys will get along 100%.
Yeah.
So, uh, Casper, these people have questions for you. We picked them out of about 50 questions,
Okay.
and we're going to let them take over. And we're going to start with Yasmin in Lille. Yasmin, the
Okay.
floor is yours.
Hi,
Hello.
Casper.
Hello.
Congratulations for your win yesterday.
Thank you.
So my question is, I wanted to know who is your biggest rival on tour? Who do you feel is the most difficult player to beat?
Ooh, the biggest rival on tour. I'm still quite young, so I
Yeah.
don't think I've kind of built up that rivalry with someone just yet. But I think that um, I lost to Andrei Rublev, many times. He
Yes.
always beats me, so I need to try to find a way to beat him the next time. But I think he's leading like 4 or 5-0 against me. So I think hopefully soon is my turn to win.
Okay. I'm sure you found a way though.
Yeah, I will try.
Just to bounce back on that question, is there a player that you grew up with, Casper, that you played in juniors and in below, and then you're now in pros, and you guys are friends because you know each other since forever, and you have trouble beating him, or he has trouble beating you? Maybe there's a rivalry there.
I think actually there is one when you say it this way. He's from Sweden, Mikael Ymer. He's in the top 100, and he's someone I played against since I was 12 years old, and now we are 22. So it's been 10 years already. We don't play against each other every year, but we've played each other maybe 7 or 8 times, and he was always hard to beat. I remember, and I've been able to beat him once or twice now. So I've got some revenge, but maybe him, yes, also is one of the guys I been playing a lot with since I grew up, and we are the same age. So
Scandinavian
Okay.
connection.
yeah, Scandinavian connection.
Okay, great. Let's move on to Mariana de Mexico.
Hi, Casper.
Hello.
I'm very excited to meet you. I'm a huge fan of you.
Thank you.
So, my question is, what is the story behind the first time a fan recognized you?
A fan recognized me. Whew. That's tough to say because when we usually my life is on the arena or on the tournament, so then it's maybe a bit more normal that the fans ask for a photograph or a picture. But I think it has to be Norway. Sometime in Norway, it's not crazy in Norway, but sometimes in the streets, some people can recognize me or tell me, well done, or keep going and good luck for the next tournaments or the next months. So maybe from here, but I remember also. I actually will come to that. I guess the third girl is from Costa Rica or Puerto Rico. You told me.
Puerto Rico.
Ah, okay. But one time I was in Costa Rica was one of the first time I actually experienced a lot of passionate fans when I played the junior tournament, and I won the tournament in the juniors. And the day after, I was flying from Costa Rica to Venezuela, and I was checking in on the airport, and they printed my boarding pass, and under my seat I received like a special note from the check-in Czech woman who said congratulations to the champion, like on the boarding pass. So that was quite special actually. So that's one time I remember. And I always love coming to South America, and I've been to Mexico sometimes because I know that the people are very passionate, and that's always special.
And do you remember the feeling you had the first time? Like, do you remember were you like, oh wow, somebody recognized me? Like, did you feel almost you were like ashamed, or like you're like, oh wait?
No, I think it's maybe in the beginning it's fun and it's always nice, of course, but I can't imagine, for Roger or Rafa or these guys, they can almost not go anywhere without being recognized. So I think sometimes it can also be not challenging, but for them they need to plan everything correct. For me, it's a bit easier. I don't If I go on the street in Paris, not many people will recognize me, so I can be a bit more live a bit more normal. But that's a part of the sport and the part of the journey. If you want to get to the best position, you also have to deal with this. So it's a part of the job.
Part of the job. Let's go to Paris. Let's go to Ipo, who is a big Rafa Nadal Academy fan. In fact, more than Rafa Nadal. Ipo, explain.
Yeah, hi Casper. So I'm the owner of the page Rafael Nadal by Ipo on Instagram. So I'm a big fan of Rafa, but I've been following your results since the beginning of your relation with the academy, which started at the end of 2018. I think so. And we've seen that since this date you had incredible results and you grew a lot in the ranking. So I wanted to ask you, how did the RNA affected your game, but also how it affected your mentality, and what is also your relation with Rafa?
I think it's many good questions, but the first time I got there to start in the academy, I remember that the practices were very intense, a lot of intensity, and Tony, he came on the court with me for almost every day for like 2 weeks to get a feeling of what kind of player I was and what we could do to work and all these things. So I remember was playing me against two players on the other side, so I was never able to hit the winner. So that's, I guess, how they do it in Spain. They do suffer and practice very hard, but it was good because that's what you need to do, especially when you're in a young age, growing up. And trying to build your game. I think those years are very important for what is, hopefully coming in the next years when you're playing your professional career. So for me, it was a matter of, I think, stepping up the intensity in every practice, and also learning from Rafa. Of course, I got to know him a little bit better every month by month. We were practicing sometimes here and there, and eventually now we are, maybe not this year because he's been injured, but we're playing most of the tournaments at the same time together. So when I started, I was not even in the top 100, and now I'm now, like I said, we are maybe more competitors than when I started, because then he was helping me a lot and teaching me things here and there. But now I guess he knows that we can play if sometimes in the tournament. So maybe he doesn't want to give me all the advice, but that's okay. I know him very well now, and I've been able to also play some golf, tennis with him, and he's just a super nice guy. And the academy is great because they have everything you need to be a professional player, and you get inspiration by him and by, of course, all the coaches there. They put a lot of dedication and effort into the academy and the practice. So it's a perfect place.
Okay, thank you, Casper.
Have you
Great
met him
answer.
before?
Yeah, I've already met him. I could talk with him like for 5 minutes maybe.
Okay, nice.
And I've also had like kind of things with fun. We've made books and videos for him, and he answered. That was incredible.
Good.
Thank you.
Wait, I have a question. Do you beat Rafa in golf, or does he beat you?
No, I never beat him in tennis or golf, so he still wins everything. So he's very good on the golf course also. So someday I hope will be the day I beat him. It doesn't matter if it's on the tennis or in the golf course. I will just be happy to try to win something, because like we all know, he's very competitive on the tennis court, but I will tell you that on the golf course is even more. So it's almost intimidating to play sometimes.
Cross-country skiing. Challenge him to some cross-country skiing. I'm
Yes,
sure you're better than him.
I want him to ski, snowboard. I think he'll win.
Okay, let's finish up with Sophia, and then we'll let you go. You're Sophia, who you're her favorite player, Casper. So it's very
Nice.
simple. That's why I wanted her to finish. Sophia, San Juan, Puerto Rico, take it away.
Casper, I'm a big fan. I was wondering who your favorite artist was, like musical artist, actor, whatever type of artist you like.
I actually listen a lot to an artist called Weekend. I think he's
Yeah.
a very, very good singer. I think he has a very good voice, and for me, I think that's what amazes me with him, that he's always has a very good voice. And I've been able to go to some concerts, and also in the concert he sings all the songs live, so it made me a big fan. So that's usually, I don't listen to him always, because before a match maybe it's not the best to listen to, you know, these kind of songs. So then maybe I go a little bit more with, I can be some rap music like Drake or Migos or these type of guys, to get a little bit more energy and be ready for a tough match. But I think my ultimate favorite artist is The Weeknd.
Thank you so much. I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
Casper, just so you should know, Sophia right now is in school,
Okay.
and she's going to go back to class, but she's hiding in the bathroom of her school right now talking to you. So this is, I mean,
This
she's
is very
taking
good.
big risks to talk to you.
I hope I can come one day to Puerto Rico and maybe play some tennis.
Sophia, you just got to reserve the court, and Casper's on his way, okay?
Yeah. This is like really exciting for me. So
Okay, great. Well, Casper, thank you so much. And guys, great questions. Thank you also for being there. We have a little tradition before we finish. I'm going to count to 3, and we strike a pose so that we have a nice postcard from this moment. Is everybody ready? Okay,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Ruud. Best of luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye all over the world.
thank you.
Thank you.